down memory lane, check out them days again. Remember learning how to ride a bike and learning how to cuss. Drinking coconut water in the country that your belly nearly bust. And the first time you wear long pants and feel like a man. Remember when Ramadan and Valentine beat England? Hiding in the backyard smoking a cigarette. And when they give you castor oil, you're living in the toilet. I remember still, and I always will. Time cannot erase boyhood days. Remember black put by the corner every Saturday. Garlic pork at Christmas, ice cream on Sunday. Remember peeping at two lovers in the grass. Remember trying hard not to sleep during midnight mass. And the first time you get a chica in your big toe. And the first time you ask a girl and she tell you no. I remember still, and I always will. Time cannot erase boyhood days. Remember how you used to lie about how much woman you kiss. Spring jump on your bicycle saddle and you miss. Coming home late and sneaking in the back door. Remember Frankie were late cutting Laker for 4. Remember the first time you tried to swim and you sink. And when you fall down they give you sugar water to drink. Oh yes, I remember still, and I always will. Time cannot erase boyhood days. Remember how you used to be afraid of teachers in school. And the big boys used to tap your head like a fool. Remember the Phantom, Fu Manchu and Superman. Remember Flash Gordon, the Shadow and Charlie Chan. Remember the first time you kiss a girl on she mouth. Remember how you feel as if the back of your head fall out. Oh, I remember still, and I always will. Time cannot erase boyhood days. I remember still, and I always will. Time cannot erase boyhood days.
Morning, guys. Welcome down to Livewire. Thank you for all the persons tuning in this morning. Special good morning to all you guys here on the live. It's Tuesday, 12th of December, and we're making our way down to that Christmas period. It has been dampened with the passing of our servicemen. Last evening, I saw the government of Guyana hosted not a night of reflection, but they honored them with an event at the Guyana National Stadium there. Quite a few persons in attendance. I was looking through the photos there. And before I jump into it, I'm sorry. So, Wazim, Eunice, morning to you. Welcome to the program. Eunice Rakabir joining us all the way from Canada. Wazim, I don't know where you're joining us from, but Neil Ramlokan from NYC in the building. Pam Singh in the building as well. Neil Ramlokan, Siran Sherwin Siram, Mohammed Rafiq, Krista Kurprasad, Paul Joseph, Cecil Rampasad, Ali Mohammed, Romana, morning to you. Lynette Cornelius. Raj, what's going on, champ? Where are you? Which region you in? What's going on? I hope everything is well. Mohammed Yusuf, Keith Adams, Dr. Nandalal, Jasmine Baldio, Parshram Kishore, morning to you. Ronald Martindale. Gosh, what's this name by? Whoever this is, morning to you, bro. Vina Ramkaran, morning to you. Joel Nabijan, joining us from Canada as well. Morning to you. Rennie Prasad, how are you doing this morning? I have to show y'all yesterday because Shakila had sent me this thing here, but I had forgot to show you guys. Now, y'all usually remember when I say, stop complaining about stuff on the market and plant your yard. So Shakila is just like Pam Singh, right? She's just like Pam Singh. They don't make joke with the garden. They like it. So they are not going to allow the prices of the market to mess with them. So they are using whatever space they have in their yard to supplement, the greens that are available to them. So I wanted to show you guys, Shakila sent me some stuff from her garden. Pam usually does too as well. And these people reaping, y'all need to hold a focus and do the same, right? Now, this is from Shakila Bridgelal's garden. Shakila is somebody I met in Essequibo whilst doing a community talk. And she has always been nice to me when I am she's always been really nice to me when I am in Essequibo. She used to work with the RDC up there. Very nice lady, making sure that we were always comfortable when we were staying at State House in Anna Regina there. Now she's moved down to Georgetown. I think she's with her son now. And this is from her garden. So you got cucumbers, you got corilla, you got tomato. And I dare say tomato's a big man right now. So shucks, y'all plant up, people. You don't need a big space, just a little bucket or something. And I've been thinking about getting into building these small hydroponic systems that people could, keep in their yards, especially if the yard is completely concrete, so that you could provide yourself with nice things. But this is Shakila. The other day I showed you guys some stuff from Pam. Right now, Pam is probably in her garden, looking after this stuff there, probably reaping. But she usually sends me photos of what comes out of there. Anyway, enough of the pleasantries. Leroy Mangal, morning to you. Pam Singh, Mukesh Vishnu, that morning to you. What I love to see, the Guyanese in the diaspora, they're showing the love. They're showing the unity with Guyanese home here. You understand? Guyana belongs to us. Essequibo belongs to us. And, I saw some videos with Mr. Vishnu, that's family celebrating their national pride of being Guyanese. So that was very nice to see, right? And as I said yesterday, they had a kind of I don't want to call it a wake, but like a night of reflection for these guys who would have lost their lives. I must say though, I looked through the photos. Rugarib morning. Oh boy. Shakila saying she just come out of the garden. Shakira, morning to you. Soma, morning to you. So as I was saying, I looked through the photos. At least that were available to me from various media houses. And I must say, I did not see any opposition operative at that event at the National Stadium. Special good morning to Councillor Chase Green. Yesterday I was in City Hall as well. Oh my God. Look, people. City Hall, oh boy. Listen to me. City Hall is on a different level. Now, I was telling someone yesterday, Parliament has the heckling, Parliament has the back and forth, Parliament has the disagreeing. But at the end of the day, after Parliament would have concluded, you feel like you accomplished something. When you are at City Hall, you hear me? That starts at 2 and ends like around 7. You are physically drained with the nonsense that is that permeates that meeting. Good morning to Councillor Diarmas on the live. Right? I was so disappointed. For 5 hours, we were at City Hall, and you heard nothing in relation to garbage collection for the holidays. You heard nothing in relation to the city constabulary stepping up and fulfilling their mandate for the holidays, right? You heard nothing about any kind of drainage cleaning or anything for the holidays. It's a bunch of foolishness, people discussing at City Hall and wasting time, right? Wasting time. I want to suggest to His Worship the Mayor that you guys really relook at how you guys are conducting this meeting. I must say, for persons attending the meeting from the media, there's no proper setup for media operatives. There's no proper PA system so that you can hear all the councillors clearly through the cameras. It is a full cake shop affair at City Hall, right? A full cake shop affair. Not even meals, Romano. They had no meals there. You got a bottle of water and a 10-minute Maid juice. That gave my headache. It was a little too sweet, right? Nothing of substance. There was also distasteful behavior from some of the councillors there, from the PNC, where the town clerk, Miss Nelson, had to tell the mayor if he does not instruct his councillor, his PNC council, to apologize to the staff of the council, they will walk out of the meeting. Right? That they will walk out of the meeting. They had councillors taking personal attacks on other councillors in relation to medical issues that they have. That is what is important at council there right now. You understand me? Making fun of medical issues of another councillor. You know what's the funny thing? The PNC councils can't even hold one head on their own issues. On their own issues, they can't even hold one head on it. So, I don't know. I'll be there on the next statutory. I am telling you, it's physically draining. Mentally as well. To sit there for so many hours. And at the end of the meeting, all they would have done, right, is, and let me tell you, the meeting yesterday, all they would have done is vote for CIOG, who has some parking lot that Cyril's taxi using or something, to not pay any rates on it, right? So imagine the counseling of money. And mind you, CIOG is a religious organization, right? CIOG is a religious organization. However, they are, I don't know if they're renting or loaning or whatever. I don't know if CIOG is being paid by Cyrils or whoever, the service operator who is parking vehicles on the property. But this is my thing. Even if, morning to Feroz Wahid joining us from America, I don't know what state he's in, but he's on the line. Big up yourself, Feroz. But my point is this. CIOG is a religious organization, and if you want to give exemptions to them, that is fine. But the mere fact that Cyrils, who is operating a business, is using this property to store vehicles, which bringing in an income for Cyrils, why not have Cyrils pay the rates for the place than just write it off? You understand? There was also an issue with some say at school or something. Look, listen. City Hall needs to, oh, gosh. Listen, I was traumatized yesterday afternoon. I was, honest to God. We dealing with, and one thing I must say, and the former mayor would have mentioned this. PNC councillors have no respect for the mayor. Right? Y'all thought they probably said PPP councillors, but PNC councillors have no respect for the mayor. The mayor would have instructed the councillor who disrespected the town clerk and her staff to apologize, and he outright refused. Outright refused. You understand? No respect. Now, let me come off of City Hall a little bit. Let me come off. What I'll do tomorrow, I'll invite former mayor, Miss Chase Green, Councillor Chase Green, and I'll also see if I get either Councillor Diarmas or Councillor Jacobs to come on the program and give you guys a blow by blow of the statutory that happened yesterday, right? Nothing accomplished of significance. Nothing discussed in terms of generating revenue for the council. Nothing for the Christmas period, right? Up to now, they submit the budget for 2024 or probably 2023, if I'm correct. It's so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. You understand? But we're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that. Now, yesterday also, they had Parliament at the Arthur Chung Conference Center. And the opposition had moved to Parliament to get on matters of urgency. Everything for them is urgency. Dionanan Suku joining us from Brampton, Canada. Welcome to the live. Right? It's a matter of urgency. So they went with the foolishness to Parliament after this government has been doing everything in its power to deal with this. Oh yes, the council telling me they got emergency finance meeting to deal with GRA. GRA about to lay the smackdown on City Hall, if y'all didn't know, right? GRA is about to lay the smackdown on City Hall. So, man, listen, y'all tune in tomorrow. We're gonna have Councillor Chase Green, former mayor of the city, and we'll see if we can have one or two other councillors joining us tomorrow on the live to share with us what's going on there. But GRA ain't playing with City Hall. They getting very vexed. They plenty vexed. Now, as I was saying, they got upset because their motions weren't passed in the National Assembly, right? So they went down to Stabrook Market to hold the People's Parliament. If you see the people out there, right? If you see the people out there, there's got more people sitting down as members of Parliament in the National Assembly than they had onlookers at the People's Parliament at Stabrook Market there, Stabrook Market Square. You hear me? I would, Romana, I would invite PNC councillors, but I doubt they will come. I doubt they will come. Right? But before I go on to Parliament, so Gavin Matthews, he's usually at the City Hall thing there. And I left Malcolm upstairs. We streaming the City Hall live. And went downstairs to get me something to drink. And as I coming over the road, if you hear Gavin Matthews cussing and going on outside of the statutory meeting, some wonder what's going on. So listen to me. This is not Tara Morning to you. This is not Indian and Afro aggression. This is black on black aggression. So they had two Afro-Guyanese gentlemen standing in front of a public invitation to what, Romano? Now, they're standing outside the City Hall meeting there at the Kitty Market, right? And Gavin cussing the people out to the man, said, I will get you out my house. It was the last thing I do. And give Gavin this letter. Gavin take the letter and share it on the ground. So I coming back. So I said, man, what's going on here? Only to hear Gavin Matthews in pay he rent since January 2023. You understand? The man in pay he rent since January 2023. So now the landlord had asked him nicely to move out the place. But he said he moving nowhere. And he got a battery of lawyers, PNC lawyers, that are ready to defend him at the moment's notice. So he ain't going nowhere. Y'all can imagine? Y'all can imagine? Now, me walking over and listening, he can turn it now to see that his landlord is a PPP. That's why they put it out. That's why they put it out. His landlord is a PPP. Let me see if I can get this guy on the phone. Let him tell us the story. He sent me some photos last night. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Gavin, you're too terrible. Pay rent. Or if you can't pay the rent, tell the people, man, give him a little time. Let me see if I get this guy on the phone. The phone is ringing. Hi, good morning, Chief.
Hello, good morning.
This is Courdel Jones, the guy who met you at the City Hall meeting yesterday.
Yes.
Right. So I don't have you on speakerphone as yet, but I wanted I'm on my live program on social media, and I wanted to know if you could just give a rundown of what really transpired with you and the tenant that brought you to serving him yesterday to have him move out your place. Would you be okay with that? So I'll put you on speakerphone now. Right, guys. So we have the landlord here on the phone. So, sir, good morning to you. And we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and several other platforms right now. Just give the viewers a rundown of some of the troubles you've been having with Mr. Matthews.
Well, first of all, Mr. Matthews was recommended by two persons for tenancy, right? He came when he came. I was having a conversation with the two because initially he was not to be the tenant. It was the two elderly people.
Oh.
And their child.
Right.
And their child who was to be the tenant of the place, right? So when they came and they looked at the place, they said they liked the place, right? The place was never occupied because we had no intention of renting the place, right? And now he came, somebody recommended him, and they saw the place, they liked the place. As I said, then eventually the female said that to tell the truth, they are not the person who wanted to have the place. I said, who is this? He said, the person will be coming shortly. So here comes Gavin, turned up. He turned up. was surprised. I said, man, I know this man, this man is a problem. Right. The man kind of called here, I'm an Indian guy, black. He said, man, we can't judge people like that. Black alike. If you don't rent your place, who don't rent your place? I said, man, let me tell you something. This place is not actually my place. It's my brother's place. I in charge of this place. I could have no place. I said, but talk to my brother, let him have the final say. Right? Say, all right, Gavin. I give Gavin the number. Gavin jumped to go talk to my brother. My brother listened to him. At this point in time, Gavin is on his knees in front of me. I said, "Bye, don't kneel down in front of me and beg me for nothing." Right? I's not God. I's not God. I think I can talk to the man. Right? He tell the man that, man, he is a peaceful citizen. He's being harassed by the police. He's being harassed by the PPP. This bad, and he got to take it. But listen to him. Tell him to give him back me the phone. The man, give the man a break. The brother look like a genuine brother. That's what my brother said. He looked like a genuine brother. Give him a place, the place. Okay? Right. From this side go, Gavin get into this place, right? When Gavin get in the place, when I give Gavin the contract, Gavin say, he don't sign no contract with no man. He's a Moor. He is a Moor. I say, what? I push the contract on the Gavin door. Gavin go and get him ready because he want to raise some flag in front of the yard. I said, but you can't put no flag here, but I don't feel you could get another contract in this space, right? Then Gavin started getting sick, right? Gavin started disappearing. Gavin started saying that he's not in Guyana, he's in Suriname, and when he come back, he didn't break all the rent. This kind of behavior Gavin started going out with. Eventually, my brother from Camden said, how you tell me that this man is sick and he's in Suriname, and look, this man in the house doing alive, jumping up on the government. I said, what is this? I think the man, I fly down to Gavin. I said, Gavin, how you tell me you're Suriname and you're in Guyana? Right. And you doing political work in this house. He said, this is business. And there's nothing I could do about it. And you and your brothers do PPP. And yeah, set me up for get this house to spite them. I said, bye, you come to me to get this house, Right. We ain't got no political affiliation. We're so ordinary men, right? Keep out a living. We ain't got no time with no politics. We just trying to take care of yourself. You understand? I said, buddy, how you talk to these kind of things and thing? Anyhow, if you want to, you can get your house, Gavin disappear. Right? I find some vice text so Gavin sent to me because I changed my phone when I think come over. Gavin telling me story about the Suku take away all the money. Suku? Arrest you sometimes. Suku take away all the money. And he can't pay me no rent. And when the money go over to the high court, then he can get it and he can't pay me. Wrong. Gavin got me. I have all the texts. I got all the messages. Tell me some girl named Pauline working at Georgia Mines who's going to pay me. When I go to the girl saying that she don't have no relationship with Gavin, and Gavin creating problem for her by sending me there. And one commotion, I so embarrassed, I had to get out of the place. How the girl started going on crazy when she heard his name, Gavin Matthews. Oh my goodness. The elderly people that brought Gavin to me, right? Both of them, like the diabetic and depression kind of thing. They told me that Gavin is being molested them. It's only the other day the people tell me they'll come back in the country. And they are literally afraid of Gavin Matthews. I don't know what he's doing to the people. I don't know what.
He must make up his face for them. It's scary. But continue.
I don't know what he did. Anyhow, it came, he started publishing me on Facebook about operative and with the PPP. I never even go with Freedom House, my brother.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know wrong politics. I know nothing about PPP and I ain't looking after them thing. You understand? I try to make me ends meet. You understand?
I know.
Shit. I went to my lawyer. I spoke to my lawyer. My lawyer said, get myself together. We don't get talking about the place. It's really that I saw him yesterday. Try in every form and shape. I try coach you. One afternoon, my lawyer sit down in our office till after 5 o'clock. Gavin went into my lawyer and said he's going to move out. He going to get a truck. Me and the lawyer sit down in our office till after when the woman do decide to call Gavin. Gavin told her he's in the middle of something and he can't deal with that now.
What's this?
I saw Gavin on Region Street before nomination for local government election this Saturday. I was in town to do some business for my wife early in the morning, right? And I walk into Gavin on Region and Camp Street, right? By the shoe store, right? On Camp. I said, Gavin, busy position. So I say, man, this is Frederick's man, I'm not well, as you could see that I'm not turning up, that I'm going to come after nomination day and we're going to make arrangements to move these things. That Gavin has not turned up, right? Yesterday, when I was at his statutory meeting to solve him because I get information that he would be there. He used to be there. Matter of fact, I saw him previously at the East Coast, the rebellion rally that they had.
Okay.
At Red Brown.
Right.
Right. I saw him there. Right. And from that time, right, we were waiting to see what was Gavin's response. Right. And he keep getting more radical. Attract him. Someone told me that he was living in Sapphire. Right. When I went there to speak to him, he wasn't there. They say he moved out of the house. So in Beefield Sapphire. Right. Somebody took me there. Right. And we went over to people in the community. Asked him if they could talk to him to get out of the house. Nobody want no issue with Gavin. I talked to the mayor, I talked to city councils, I talked to Mr. Norton.
What?
About this matter. Yes, sir. I spoke to people and tried to plead. I talked to Mr. Norton's secretary to no avail because I understand that he have an office at Congress Place. And I spoke, I keep walking, paying money to get this matter resolved. What more I could do?
Wow.
What more I could do?
Wow. And I heard him accusing you.
I spoke to everybody. Everybody that I could think. I talked to council, I talked to everybody. What more I could do?
I heard him accusing you yesterday of being a PPP, and you said, man, you're not affiliated. Right in front of me, you just want him out the place.
Yes. This way he keep using at the red herring because he trying to tarnish my character. He trying to make me trying to orchestrate. I don't know what he's trying to do. You understand? Or he trying to get supporters against me. I don't know what's he thing, but that is his headline. That is his headline. This man's a PPP. This man's a PPP. That is we going on with.
Well, I see the letter I saw yesterday had a month's notice on it. So hopefully after that time period has elapsed,
Yes.
you'll be able to move to the courts and have him forcibly removed.
Yes, because Mr. Matthews have all these things in the place. He put a deadlock on the grill. But what he had intended, what was his thinking that I would break the place and go in the place like a madman and throw these things out. Right? This matter was when he ain't paid no rent since January month, buddy.
Wow.
Right.
So we in December, you won't get rent for 12 months now, straight? He in your place?
In the place, like fighting with this man, asking for bring the peaceful resolution.
So you decide you and your brother decide to rent your place to make little money, and for the year not a cent, buddy.
Not a cent this man give me. This man is such a cruel chap, buddy.
Wow.
That no rich person, buddy.
Wow. And you and as people might say, is your Matty? Is your Matty?
Well, that is what the man who brought him. That is what the man. That was the theory the man was using. The man said, if you is a black man and you're renting out, who you expect to rent the house? Why are in order for live together? Though was he metro at the time?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that's push on you, and then you get bites.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now, Mr. Matthews got me on Facebook up the last night. My eldest son called me. Mr. Matthews got me on Facebook. The man word, the man called me, find what happened with me. I said, I had to explain and tell you what's up.
I know going and check to see what he's saying, but you can imagine you pay rent and you making problem with people.
Yes, I understand because I can be open in Texas. I can open if it
oh, he block you.
I'm saying he blocked me. He blocked me on all levels. Everything blocked me on.
Imagine.
And this is a man who used to be calling me 2-3 times a day. This man used to be calling me.
Sorry for Magadag. Magadag turn wrong bite you.
Yeah. Because I tell him, man, I don't want you doing no political work in my apartment. Then he's going to bring about this story.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing your story with us. I'm going to keep following up with you to see how this thing is going. And it's good to get the word out there so at least other landlords know what is in store for them, you know?
Man, it's a terrible situation, man. I saw it had to come to this, and I didn't want the publicity, but and that's why I suffer because it's a woman being abused in the house, right? I suffer because I really didn't want this matter to come out. Deal with this matter. That's why I go and knock on so many doors. I got names of the people, the phone numbers I got that I spoke to try to resolve this matter.
Right.
And I did it with says I have that thing and I ain't making up nothing. I spoke to everybody, be running wrong and wrong like a madman trying to resolve this matter.
Yeah. All right, Chief.
So that's it.
Yeah. So thank you for your time.
That's funny.
Yeah, so y'all here, right in Scanlon, Gavin. The man was there yesterday at City Hall. The man was there. And indeed, instead of Gavin tell the man, but he ran. All Gavin hollering, you was the PVP trying to fight me down. You was the PVP trying to fight me down. Pay rent. Pay rent. He got harassed if you pay rent. And man, back the man don't even want rent no more. The man want you move out. You understand? The man want you move out. Now, we going back to the sad part. He said Gavin want a serious Jerry. Look, hey, they ain't easy out here though. They ain't easy out here. So back to the People's Parliament. So they had Christopher Jones. I saw guys from Mahi Paul and Cathy Hughes out there talking the normal nonsense. Things that don't make sense, things that don't try to or don't move Guyana forward in any way. So they didn't get away in Parliament yesterday. So they went to Starbrook to complain. And as I was saying to you guys, there are more members of Parliament than persons who are at the market square looking and listening to them. Persons might have heard Cuddy in ear shot, but to say, well, the group standing in front of the stage, and if you notice, PNC don't show photos of their crowds. If they do, it's very limited, very tight shots, because they don't get that kind of support from the public anymore. A lot of the Afro-Guyanese that used to support the PNC have now decided, hey, this is stupidness because I benefit in under the PDP. Right? So Ganesh Mahipal last night was talking about the flag at the roundabout and that the president was walking on the flag and disrespectful and whatnot. Mind you, this flag is painted on the ground. So it gives a view from up top, right? So if you're up top, you're looking down, you get a view, right? So Ganesh, instead of Ganesh focus on the Venezuela issue, instead of Ganesh go up to the stadium and show support to the families who grieving, Ganesh had Starbrook rowing that the paint a flag on the ground. And that's the highest amount of disrespect that he know about. Well, I'll say this to you, Ganesh Mahipal. You call the mayor, you tell him about the flag that used to fly on top of City Hall, which was literally in shreds for months on the Ubraj Narain. Well, since Mentor going there using the building really, so I haven't seen the flag there. But on the Ubraj, the flag that flew at top of City Hall building was in tatters, sir. And I think that is worse than painting a flag on the ground and people walking on the ground that they're supposed to walk on. So it's not an intentional act to disregard, disgrace, or do anything to the flag. The flag paint on the ground so that you have that view from up top. You pass it, you see the flag properly. Flying over, you see the flag. You know, well, there's the echoes roundabout or wherever roundabout it at. You know that. Because the flag did it. The Antita did it. But that's what he looking to make an issue about. Right? That's what he looking to make an issue about. So the People's Parliament flopped last night outside at Starbrook. The People's Parliament flopped last night outside of Starbrook. And I maintain that I saw no member of the opposition in the photos at the gathering they had at the National Stadium for the fallen GDF officers and rank. Right? None of them were there. At least I didn't see any of them. And if anybody see them, y'all let me know if y'all see them. But I didn't see any of them. Now, before I continue, I wanted to touch on Marvin Williams and what he said yesterday. Not yesterday, on his program, whenever it was. Marvin Williams said, or he was talking about government not acting in good faith. Right? Sally didn't got no pictures of Starbrook. They didn't even upload pictures of Starbrook. Right? I didn't want to go around on the bridge last night. So I decided, well, for persons who live in Guyana, West Side, you would know that the boats, they run up to 8 p.m. Right? The boats run up to 8 p.m. So I was actually passing to get home when I saw this People's Parliament. And I can tell you that some of the idiocy Cathy Hughes go up on the platform and say last night. Such a seemingly intelligent, stupid big woman. Right? So I was passing there and I saw them. And that's when I saw the amount of persons out there. It's like, wait, we got more people on government and opposition side of Parliament. Now, Marvin Williams spoke about the government not acting in good faith. Marvin Williams is wanted. I already got the guy in his hypocrite. I gotta find a name for Marvin Williams. Marvin Williams is as clueless as they come. Right? Now, let's look at how these things happen. Now, the government and the opposition met on this issue initially. And the government and the opposition decided to take one stance on the issue. The very Wednesday after that meeting, Coretta McDonald was on her program calling for separate statements from government officials, government advisors, other representatives from heads of government from Caribbean countries, and all these other things, right? In my view, that's the first breach of good faith. Because if your leader, opposition leader Aubrey C. Norton, who's waiting for something but not the presidency, if your leader has said this is our stance, and you're going out there, and your other colleagues are going out there and putting out a different narrative, a divisive narrative, that is not operating in good faith. Marvin Williams talked about not being invited to events and all these things. Why would I invite the opposition to speak at an event when I cannot predict what they will say? I cannot predict that they will go up on the podium and not drive fear into Guyanese. They spoke about the vice president's meeting that was hosted by the RDC in Region 2, where he spoke on this matter and saying that they didn't invite anybody from the opposition. To do what? Y'all going to do your own outreach. Did y'all invite anybody from the government to go on the outreaches with y'all when y'all went? No. So you do your thing. We do everything. You understand? If I was President Ali, I would never invite Aubrey Norton, Cathy Hughes, Christopher Jones, Ganesh Mahipal, none of them on any platform that I am on to have anything to say on any issue. None of them. You can't trust them. You can't trust them. Because this is an issue that they're not supposed to be making political. And they're still, in whatever way, shape, or form, trying their best to put it forward as a political one. Right? Putting it forward as a political one. So, they want to go. They want to go and let me reflect on the soldiers. The gun at Stabrook to make themselves stupid. I want to know why I'm talking about operating in good faith. The opposition has never operated in good faith. And anybody trusting them got to be extra foolish. I don't trust them. I don't believe nothing they say. Nothing they say. Right? Nothing they say. So Marvin Williams, if you're talking about acting in good faith, right? One of the things that y'all could probably do to start the acting in good faith is produce your SOPs. Act in good faith with the voters of Guyana, right? And show them that y'all actually lost the elections fair and square. The tenure of the APNU AFC government was not acting in good faith. Right? The tenure of the APNU AFC government, that whole tenure wasn't acting in good faith. Right? Right now, Father Abraham is not acting in good faith. The mere fact that the Guyanese hypocrite could have lied and said all these projects that government is doing now, right? All these projects that government are doing now were inherited from the coalition government. That is not in good faith. That is a blatant lie. A blatant lie. The roads that were resurfacing Alberton, Queens, and Kingston are a result of an outreach from President Ali when he went into the community. Right? The roads, the bypasses that are happening, those were the brainchild of President Ali as Minister of Housing. As Minister of Housing, so imagine Annette jumped from, Annette was Minister of Housing at a point in time, right? I think so. So she jumped from public infrastructure to housing, never see them plans, never do nothing. For the PVP to come back, elect President Ali to office and implement those plans before we have an even time period to contrast coalition and PVP government. Y'all see what showing y'all. And they talk about not acting in good faith. Tracy Martindale, you see how late you reach here? Tracy Martindale, all right. So Marvin Williams could never come around the president or this government funny. Right? They could never come around this government funny. They can never come around this government funny because at the end of the day, the things that this government has done in this time period, the coalition had more time to accomplish. And the mere fact that they are, take for instance Annette Ferguson, the mere fact that Annette had to box her brain, right? Box her brain to remember a project that, or projects, significant projects, impactful projects under the coalition, it shows you the kind of work that they did, right? And I didn't even remember the lard that they left in Madia. She remembered though. She went till, I'm calling the place name wrong, it's Maruka Bridge. Maruka. Gone till to Region 1. That's the only thing she can remember. And that shows you the kind of interest that they had in the population. Right? The kind of interest they had in the population. And at the end of the day, Annette, the Pistolero, Fadi Abraham, the Barber Boy, I want to call Figuera with the pig story them. Arvin the pig farm in Linden, Fadi Abraham, the pig farm in Linden. None of them can sit and say to you comprehensively, this is what we did during our tenure. This is how we made things better for all Guyanese. This is what we did. Right? And it spoke about because we care, the fact that she has children going to school, and the because we care is not enough and it should be more. Y'all remember that? Annette government take away 10,000. Give 2,000. She come back and meet 40,000. That going to 50,000 next year. And that is not enough. What was the 2,000 supposed to do, Annette? What would you have been saying if you were receiving that $2,000 now? Right? What would you have been saying if you were receiving that $2,000 now? Hence, the Guyanese hypocrite. Right? How hypocritical are you that you started a government that did that? Take away the 1 month bonus for joint services. Take away the money for the children. raise public servant salary. I don't know by how much percent, but your salary by 50 to 100%, you raise your salary. Right? But for Annette to say, kudos to the government for giving back to the old people during the holiday. The government got to give back his taxpayer money. But people didn't pay tax during 2015 for them to do those things. Or to build roads, or to build new schools, or none of that. I want to know which liar cost 18 million US. And who is the liar that charged him 18 million US to go to carry this matter to the CCJ, to the ICJ? Right? Who is the liar that overcharged them to take this matter to the ICJ? And that lawyer should be charged. Because 18 billion US, my brother, or if it's a team, y'all still lying key. Y'all out of order. Out of order. So, before I go, let me share some of these photos from the this guy, look, Gavin Matthews is a liar. Oh my God, this man sent me, the landlord just sent me something Gavin Matthews post, but this man, the landlord at the statutory yesterday. Let's share it with y'all here. Oh my God, Gavin, you a lion, big man, boy. So the PPP just sent this man, Simon Fredericks, assault me at the statutory of the Mayor and City Council at Kitty Market building in the presence of the city police. This is a lie. This is an outright lie. Mr. Fredericks then put a hand on Gavin Matthews. I was there. The city police was there. Indeed, standing at the door. The city police turned and tell Mr. Fredericks. The city police turned and tell Mr. Fredericks, why you didn't tell me that you had to serve him? You should have given me the letter. And I would have handed it to him as a police. You understand me? Now he claiming this man assaulted him and touched this man and touched Gavin Matthews. Imagine that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And look at this. Look at this. People jumping on board. If I was not there, folks, if I was not there personally, I wouldn't comment on it. I was literally there when this gentleman here came up and gave Gavin Matthews a letter, to which Gavin Matthews then threw on the floor. Now he claimed the man assaulted him. Why he didn't go to Kitty police station right away? Kitty police station is just up the road. And on a point of order, so that y'all understand how low life Gavin Matthews is. The city police who was there told Mr. Fredericks that he could use him as a witness to say, well, he was served because he threw away the letter. He threw the letter on the ground. You understand? And that is when the city police said to him, you should have given it to me. I'm a police. I could have served him on your behalf. All you have to tell me is that it was a service letter. Now, the police and the man and friends are not. He just doing the work. Imagine he claimed this man assaulty. You ain't pay the rent. No, wow. Anybody know where Kitty Market? There's no Kitty police station just up the road. Why Gavin Matthews went to make a report about this assault? I hope Mr. Fredericks takes legal action in relation to this Facebook thing here. You understand me? This is a gross misrepresentation. I was there personally. The man didn't even use profanity like Gavin Matthews. Gavin Matthews cussed this man out nasty yesterday. Cussed this man out nasty yesterday. This man did. Wow, wow. Wow. Imagine that. Imagine that. You're making joke when you're wrong, Sean. You making joke where right? Anyway, what I was showing you, or what I wanted to show you, were some of the photos from the activity last night, where they honored the fallen GDF ranks. Vice President was there. I see Mr. Omar Khan, Brigadier Omar Khan, head of the Guyana Defense Force, at this event. And again, I maintain I haven't seen any glimpse of a coalition operative, member of parliament support at this thing. Right? That's what you call leadership. They go to where it matters most and be with the people who are grieving. Not on Stabrook talking a bunch of stupidest, misleading people. Right? That's what it's called leadership. That's a president. You see where our president is? Where's our opposition leader? Making himself a damn fool. All the heads of the joint services, prison, GDF, police, fire service here. Everybody there except the opposition. Everybody there except the opposition. Right? And one of the reasons I wanted to show you all these photos too, despite all the foolishness that the opposition pushing, and Guyana this, I heard Army Norton on some Antigua and Barbuda radio saying that Guyana must be self-sufficient, mustn't rely on anybody. We will rely on our partners and our own capability as well. Right? And y'all look at these photos and see how much of our partners are in this country at this time. Right? See how many of our partners, high-ranking partners, are here. So all the fear that they are trying to push into Guyanese, the government making sure that we got representation and persons to represent we in this country. You understand? Along with our GDF, we have persons to represent us here. Willing to represent us. Y'all look at the various military forces from our representatives from the various countries that are here. You understand? Just now you see our officers from the US. This looks, I don't think this is US. This might be French. This here looks like Brazil, the Brazilian Army, next to the US Navy. Right? Y'all see what's going on? This is representatives from the European Union. Y'all see what's going on? And they try to make it seem like the government is not doing anything to ensure the defense of Guyana's borders and the integrity of and the sovereignty of Guyana and the Essequibo. They couldn't show up at this. They are at Stabrook making themselves a pack of jackasses. Y'all see troops on the soil? Y'all see troops on the soil? We got representation. And Guyana is now again in good standing amongst the world, the international arena. And despite their claiming the lack of professionalism and the lack of capability of these men here, I have confidence in them that they will defend this nation. I have confidence in them that they will defend this nation. So when you see idiots like Gavin Matthews talking about Jagdio said he cheering and Irfan said he cheering and them stupidness, boy, these people are a pack of waste. So these are images from the event happening last night honoring our fallen ranks from the Guyana Defense Force. Hats off to the organizers of the event. This was really memorable. And I'm sure the grieving relatives felt appreciated and felt like they were not alone. Right? So I'm glad I could share this with you. so you could see what real leadership looks like. Not that stupidness you getting from the coalition, or you used to get from the coalition. That is what real leadership looks like. Going out, meeting with the people, and offering condolences and support to people who are grieving and hurting. Anyway, guys, I got a lot of work to do today, so I'll be heading out. I gotta update this flyer. It's still saying 78. But thank you guys for joining the live. Really great to be here with you. If you're asking Gavin Matthews on the road, tell him pay his rent. If I sound funny, my doors block up. I don't know. I was getting a flu yesterday, and my doors, I can't breathe now. I need to go and clear it. So again, that's all the time I have for today. It was really good being here with you guys. Please share the live after the fact. I need this information to get out. Right? Share the live, people. Share the live. Continue to be good guys. Continue to tell people like Maduro, not a blade of grass. Right? I didn't even get to tell you about Cathy Hughes. Hold on, quickly before I go. Now, Cathy Hughes is suggesting that she don't want no Venezuelans in the Essequibo. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, go and look at the live. Cathy Hughes said, no Venezuelans are allowed to live in the Essequibo. All of them must come down to town and get started out and find some places. They want to be in the Essequibo. But we're going to deal with that tomorrow. Tomorrow we're supposed to be having some councillors on. So I'll ensure I take care of that as well. And we will see you guys on the flip side. Right? Remember, it's all about peace, love, one guy out.